What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Today I have quite a few things to talk to you about, starting with the brand new Vanguard boss that has just dropped inside of the game as of last night. Glade Bane is a much more difficult Vanguard experience than we had previously. Previously, we would just escort the cart, kill everything as it came to the cart, and very easily get through normal, and many people were able to progress decently through hard as well. While this one right here is not the same experience. There's some massive AoE damage that comes from these bosses, and you will find yourself dying along the way, especially if you put together a random team, which I'm actually running with a random team right now. You notice that there's a timer that pops up on the screen to defeat a bunch of monsters in that time. If you don't do that, you're going to suffer some extra damage. As you can see, we have that explosion coming now you need to avoid. I came in here with a very big support build during this run and realized that I probably should have done something more with damage. My teammates and I were not communicating during the battle, although we were successful. I probably would have just done better with a higher damage build rather than one to support the teammates. Either way, it's worth noting that Vanguard, although it reaps those great rewards for running it, you get a bunch of great stuff. I actually got a great new secondary weapon yesterday as the Vanguard season ended, a beautiful piece drop that I'm now wearing and have equipped. It's going to be a much more difficult experience trying to take down this round. You need to team up, stay together, take down the mobs around the boss, and then take down the boss themselves so that you guys can pull in that victory as you escape. Let me know if you guys have experienced it, if you've gotten through it yet, and if you have any guidance or tips for the community, you could leave that in the comments below. Now, Crocendoc just came through with a comment saying, just got enough ancients for my I-9 helmet today from my raid run. And if you recall from yesterday's video, this was actually a topic of conversation regarding my own account. Now, if you recall, you get yourself these ancient artifacts from one, completing your dungeons daily, and two, you can get them also from running your Heliquary essentially. And yesterday was Thursday. Many people ran Heliquary and many people got themselves more ancient artifacts, including yours truly. That means me. If you take a look here on my own account, I was actually able to get myself the latest Inferno 9 Horde Splitter's Spirit Helm, which essentially gave me a jump of 100 and a little bit in combat rating, plus increasing all of my attributes along the way and having those great magic attributes. Really, a lot of people are in this position right now. Remember, you get these from running Heliquary and from doing your daily dungeons, essentially. And if you are at the point where most people who play every day and on a regular basis, you may have been able to get this a little bit earlier, but definitely at this point in time, it's time for you to dive on in and craft yours. Give yourself and your account that bump. And we had another crazy Mirror Jewels run. This one is actually from 7 days ago over on Reddit. Check it out. You got 2 Void Sparks, we got 6 Roiling Consequences, and 2 Concentrated Wills. This is an insane run, getting 10 5-star legendary gems from the Mirror Jewels event, which of course is just countered by people who got all 1-star gems, but Selena here had an actual insane drop, definitely getting some good upgrades to that Roiling Consequence. And I did hear rumor that someone got 18 Roiling Consequence gems, basically 9 drops during Mirror Jewels. Of course, that's not all from one run, but 18 Roiling Consequence gems from 100 crest run, which is also insane luck. Keep in mind, it is actually luck. Just know that. And also, the Bout of Realms is continuing today. Remember, you could hop in game and you could spectate these as they are going on. This is happening at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time today if you want to check out some of these high-level battles. Basically, we have a bunch of Europe going against a bunch of North America. And I have to say, I have a bunch of my clan mates and warband mates actually participating in this high-level event, which is making it, for me at least, even a little bit extra cool. Now, we also had this comment come in saying, 1 more gem slot, guys. That's all I'm asking for. And then Snowtrout 123 says, no more slots. We'll be forced to fund another gem. So there's really 2 different perspectives going on right here, and probably from many different players inside of the game. I'll give you mine, but first let me show you what I'm talking about. I put out this video just a few days ago where there was some leaked information regarding this charm, where you could slot another charm in and then you could slot a legendary gem in. Some other players were saying it's actually a normal gem that can be slotted in there. But regarding the whole forced to upgrade another gem information, I actually don't mind. If we are talking about an actual legendary gem that can be dropped into that slot, it's basically allowing players, even low spenders or free-to-play players, to boost their resonance and to be able to unlock higher resonances and wings if someone's on the border of one of those wing thresholds. Me, I have the 4K wings and I'm actually running some 2 and a 1-star gem inside of this current build, but I got myself up to 4K res, and anytime that I have the opportunity to potentially get more resonance, even if it's from a new slot, it doesn't bother me. Now, high-end top-level players that have max accounts, they are then to continuously be competitive on the scene, they're going to need to upgrade their gems and basically get another legendary gem socketed and pushed forward. Now, if the rumor is true, and if the charms are going to have a legendary gem, then the resonance will increase. If it's going to hold an additional charm and a normal gem, then you're just going to be able to slot another normal gem that you probably have in your bag. It'll probably be low level to start, but then you'll start upgrading it with time. So I personally would not mind if we could socket either a normal gem or a legendary gem inside of the charm. Again, it has not yet been confirmed by Blizzard, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see for sure. Now we have another comment from Golden Goalie 28, and I like this one because it's for new players, and this actually is going to kind of stack on what we were just talking about. He says, as a noob, I've only been playing for 2 to 3 weeks and I hit Paragon 1120, which congratulations, that's actually pretty high for someone that's been playing for such a short time. But my resonance is only about 760. Should I only be spending my platinum on awakening my gear slots? I'm free to play and it's been tough coming up with platinum, so I want to make sure I'm spending it the right way. So first of all, right there, I think awakening your gear slots is a great way to go. Because when you do this, you're essentially giving yourself some additional stats, which are specific to the piece of gear that you're wearing and the class that you're playing. So as you notice, as I go through all of my awakened slots, I'm getting in green the enhanced bonuses. Condemned damage is increased by 10%. Condemned damage increased by 10%. Condemned cooldown reduced by 10%. Sacred Fire damage is increased by 10%. Sacred Fire damage increased. Conjuration of Light cooldown is decreased. All of these are going to give you pretty decent sized buffs as you try to be a little bit more competitive in PvE and even maybe PvP. So is resonance more valuable than awakening gear slots? I will tell you, awakening gear slots is a completely free mechanic inside of the game that can boost your stats, while resonance, although you can boost it for free, you can only go so far before things drastically slow down. So I'd say gear slots are a great way to go and awakening should be a priority. But let's continue on with the question, because he says, I want to make sure I'm spending it the right way. I haven't yet, but I've been considering those crazy in-game ads. 10K platinum for $5 is almost too irresistible to pass up. I hesitate because I'm sure it's against terms of service, but everyone says they do it and never get in trouble. It seems to be almost unspoken, and there is no consequence for doing so. First of all, I would highly recommend you do not purchase from those Susan bots or those bots inside of the game. They are complete scams. Half the time, I don't even think you're going to get what you're paying for. The other half of the time, you're stealing from someone else to do that. And yes, it is against terms of service, and you very well could lose your account or even go into a negative orb balance. I mean, do you guys remember this? A ways back in time, people were getting penalized with negative orb balances for doing some of these illegal type activities. It may not have been specifically from these bots, but this is possible. Then putting your account into the negative on balance. So essentially you would have to spend that much money in orbs to get your account back to 0 to then spend on it so that you would be able to further progress the account. So you could play on it with where it was, but it's stuck in time unless if you make up the balance, which basically kills the account. Man, that was a long time ago. How many of you guys remember this? And that's it for a little bit of a slower day in Diablo Immortal. I have some work to do on my gems and pulling some resonance out of my gem slots, putting them into the secondary gems, and then boosting them back up. That's something I'm going to be doing very soon to try and maximize the amount of resonance I could have on this account, but more on that in a future video. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next one.